All right, I'll start. Chloe, how does it feel there? It was, I know it was probably a little stressful there because of the length of it, but you're in. That's what matters. Back to getting to the NCAA tournament. Your reaction?
Yeah, it was honestly, really nerve-wracking, but I had a lot of faith watching the last couple of days, just, paying attention to who was playing and who was winning and stuff like that. But, I had a lot of faith in this team and just being hopeful that, what we've done this season and just being our first year in the Big 12, that they were still going to select us. I think we're a pretty fun team to watch, and I think that we still have a lot in the bag to just be able to show people. So, just I thought I was really excited when I saw our name pop up.
Chloe, it says on the social media post, not done yet. What more do you feel you and the team have to prove this season?
Yeah, I think obviously what happened in the Big 12 tournament wasn't exactly what we wanted. And I think there's just a lot more for us to show. I think we, didn't go as far as we wanted to, obviously, but I think that making a regional, I think we have, just a lot to give. I think we have a lot more hits, a lot more grit, a lot more will to want to win and, just continuing to be our best selves. I think we have that, and the next few days are really gonna, determine how this weekend's gonna look. So I'm just excited for people to see what we still have left in the tank.
Chloe, what do you know about Auburn? And I know it's been a short period, but what do you know about them, and what are your expectations going into the series?
Yeah, I think just watching them the last week in the SEC tournament, I think, they're a pretty good hitting team. And I think that we have the ability to, shut them down with our pitchers. Obviously, we have a really great pitching staff. We're all, going to stay hopefully healthy the next week and just be able to give our best to them. I think that we're just going to work really hard as hitters this week, too, to just be able to produce runs for our pitchers, because obviously our defense has been working really hard and we've been able to be successful across the board there. So just remembering to protect the queen, and then obviously going in as hard as we can on offense to score runs, jump on people early.
Now, Chloe, correct me if I'm wrong. When you were in Minnesota, did you make two NCAA tournaments?
I did.
And now you've made two here as UCF. So you're now four NCAA tournament appearances. Not many people could say that.
Mhm.
What did that cross your mind? That, as this process, like, man, I don't want to miss a tournament here in my last year because I've been there every year.
Yeah, I honestly think, like, knowing that where I was and where we were as a team at Minnesota, I think that this team, has a little bit more show and has a little bit more will and like that funness about them when we play. So I think I had a lot of hope going into today that our name would get announced. And, obviously I'm grateful that it was. And, I'm going to spend the next few days, really paying attention to the pitchers of the three teams that we could possibly face, and just making sure that I'm the most ready I can be for Friday, and hoping to, have another good regional like I did last year.
Chloe, so many one-run losses well documented this year. Law of averages has to kick in, and UCF's got to be on the other side of some of these, don't you think, at some point?
Yeah, I just think that a lot of the games that we played this year don't exactly show who we are as a team and what we have the ability to do. But there are some games that we were able to, fully show what our offense can do and how dominant our pitching can be. And I just think that going into this weekend, we have to be super confident, ready to jump on the ball. Doing everything we can, like I said, to move runners, get people on base, score more runs, obviously, than the other team, not letting that one run get onto us.
Well, we have having been through so many of these NCAA, tournaments. What is something that stands out to you that maybe can help, maybe talk to your teammates, calm nerves, things like that, that maybe that some of them that aren't used to that.
Yeah, I think regionals is just a time where, that you've worked so hard the entire year. You've been able to just put your best out there. And I think that when it comes to regionals, you have to just allow yourself to play free and play your best softball. You can't have a lot of fear going into these games, because obviously everybody's fighting for one common goal. We all want to make it to the World Series. We all want to, get out of these regionals, get to the super regionals, play our best softball at this time of the year. Obviously, postseason's supposed to be when you're playing your best ball, seeing the ball the best, playing your best defense. So I just think personally, reminding people to just be fearless, go out there, give it all you got, because this, like last week, could have been our last week as a team, but this week is another guaranteed opportunity. So hoping to continue that season for the next 3 weeks.
You played in the Tallahassee regional last year. Does that help, give you an advantage this year being back there second year? What do you take from that experience last year?
Yeah, obviously I think it's kind of cool knowing that we get to go back there. I think it was nice to now know kind of how the field plays, how the fans are, how the atmosphere is going to be at Florida State. So just kind of remembering that from last year and taking away the things that I learned, maybe just like on the defensive piece or just like from the dugout, just like the little things, just continuing to, remember all those things that we took in last year.
Chloe, you love this game. How happy are you to continue to play now that your season is not over? You get to keep playing.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Just the whole day today, I've been just trying to stay really positive, knowing that, my senior year could have, ended today, but I'm more than thankful. And, I'm just so thankful to God and to, the committee, obviously, for putting us in there and thinking that we have a good enough chance to make a run in the postseason. So obviously, as a senior, I'm just really hopeful that this team, does the best that we can to continue our season and hopefully play the longest I've ever played.
Chloe, we saw that this team was one of the last four in selected for the tournament. How much does that light a fire for you guys under this team, knowing that you managed to just make it in?
Yeah, I think obviously, like I said before, those one last games don't exactly show who we were as a team and who we are still to this day. I think that we just, couldn't get that end of the stick, couldn't obviously score more runs than the other team, but I feel like people still see it in us that we have that fight and, those games just didn't go our way, but, hoping that, this week will be the week that we're able to kind of come out of what we've been through and, really put it to someone.
You're now part of history here. This group, all of you have helped create history at this program. And now, I know you're probably not aware of this, but this is the fourth straight year that UCF's made the NCAA tournament. It's the first time ever in program history that has occurred. So that's got to make you excited and proud too that you've helped contribute to this historic year going into the Big 12, but now making an NCAA tournament for a fourth straight year.
Yeah, obviously, I think that's super huge. I think just continuing to be the team that we've always been, like I said, and, knowing that we have history to make, it would be really awesome to be the first team to make a super regional in the Big 12 from UCF. Obviously, 2 years ago, that was a part of the reason I wanted to come to UCF, obviously watching UCF make their run against like here and then go to Oklahoma for the super regional. But I just think that I want to be a part of that. If we end up going back to Norman, that's going to be great. So we have a lot of unwritten history to write ourselves, and I'm just excited to see where this can go.
Chloe, back during media day, we were introduced to the mysterious acronym STW. You did not reveal what it was, but even if you can't do that, how would you say this team has done holding up to that motto throughout this season, now going into the postseason?
Yeah, I think that SCW has looked a little bit different than we have wanted it to, from the beginning of the year. But I think just continuing to hope that we can continue to SCW our way all the way to the World Series. I think that we have it in us, and I know that sometimes it's a little more in the back of our heads than I think that it should be sometimes. But we have to make the best of it, and hoping that we can do that this weekend.
One more for Chloe.
Dad's bringing the hat to Tallahassee.
Oh, I'm assuming he will be.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.